all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But he's coming.
Amen.
But he's teaching you patience to wait on him.
That's right.
I ask people this. I said, now, those of us that saved, I'm talking about really saved, how long did God have to wait on us to give our life to God?
Right.
I mean sincerely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean sincerely. Because I was in the church, but that don't mean I was saved.
Right.
I was raised in a hole in the church, but boy,
Come on.
I was sinful.
Amen.
But that didn't make the church sinful.
Right.
I said I was sinful in a hole in the church.
Right.
That's what I'm going to show you. Just because you're in church don't mean you saved.
Right.
I was in a sanctified church, and he was preaching truth, just like I'm preaching now.
Amen.
But I still was doing my thing.
Right.
But one day, I said, you know what? I got to get my life together. And I did. It was kind of tight and tough for me. I had to learn how to hang in there and persevere and show the enemy and rebuke the devil and all that sort of stuff. I had to learn that. The preacher had to teach me how to wait on God.
Yes.
Now look where I'm at now. I'm teaching somebody else.
Amen.
Because somebody else had experience and taught me.
Right.
Don't talk to no fool if you want wisdom.
See.
Amen.
Right, amen.
Amen.
Can I say that again?
Yes.
Don't talk to no fool if you want wisdom.
Right.
Amen.
You want wisdom, you go to somebody that's wise.
Yes.
Not somebody that's stupid.
Right.
Amen.
Or stuck on stupid.
Right.
Right.
Y'all better come on.
Amen.
Go ahead.
You go to somebody that's wise.
Amen.
Because you know they're going to tell you. You got some natural people that's wise.
Yes.
So he said, oh man, I know James, boy, he been through that. And you know, he's all right. He can be a sinner, but yet still he's all right when it comes down to natural things.
Right.
You go to him, he said, man, you know what, I've been there, this is what I did. And when you do it, say, man, James, you the man.
See?
You the man. See, when you go to God, you can say, God, you the man.
Yes.
Because you're going to always turn out right.
Oh, yes.
When it don't turn out right, it's because you didn't do what God told you to do.
Right.
Or you didn't wait long enough for God to do what he said. Oh,
Right. That's right.
you didn't wait long enough for God to change you. You didn't hang in there long enough for God to change you.
Amen.
You're going to give God 5 minutes.
Yes. Really.
Really?
Come on. Come on.
They said Rome wasn't built in a day.
See?
But when you first get saved, you got to learn how to be saved.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you do.
You got to go to
Yes, you do.
got to go to the teacher.
Yes.
The teacher that can teach. How can you hear without a preacher? You got to go to a real preacher, sanctified preacher.
Yes.
Come on now.
Right.
You don't want to go to a preacher and say, I sin, you sin. He's already told you he sinned.
Amen.
I sin. Uh-oh, you better get up out of there.
Right.
You say, I sin.
Yes.
Man, you bad. You about as bad as me.
That's your cue. Come on.
Get up. Get out and say, God sent me to a church that's going to tell me like it is.
Yes.
He didn't hurt my feelings because I want to be saved. I want to be delivered.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen. Amen.
Got to be delivered. That's what I think. Boy, I'm telling you. When the enemy is tempting me and things is tempting me around me, I think about hell.
Yes.
And I think about the love that I have for God.
Amen.
See, when you really love, naturally, when you really love somebody, you don't do nothing to hurt them.
That's right. Amen.
Not intentionally.
Right.
Amen.
Right.
You ain't going to intentionally want to hurt them or say
Amen.
things to hurt them.
No.
Amen.
Not intentionally.
Amen.
Unless they need their feelings hurt. Because some people, they need their feelings. You need to really just get down on their case. And so, you know, go ahead and cry. But after a while, you'll see where I'm coming from.
Right. Right.
Amen. I got my share of whoopings.
See?
Amen.
And I cried too.
Yes.
But look where I'm at today.
Yeah.
The Bible says you spare the rod, you spoil the child. So if God whip you through the word of God, amen, he ain't going to spoil you. He wants you to be right. He wants you to become a people of righteousness. He wants you to be holy.
Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
That's why he whipped you.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
And sometimes you keep on whipping you until you get it right.
Amen.
How many people, how many times, I didn't like whipping. Did y'all?
No.
I know some people, boy, they can get hit, beat, and whooped and stuff like that, and still go right after they get through whooping, and still do their thing.
Right.
Isn't that nuts?
What?
Right after they get through whooping, they go, boy, I just got through whooping you. You still, what's wrong with you? You crazy? You nuts?
Come on, sir, tell the truth, man.
That's for real. You just don't understand.
Amen.
It's because they ain't got it yet.
See?
But once they get it, amen. And sometimes when they get grown, now you reap what you sowed. You get a child like you used to be. Hey,
Come Come on
I
now.
know my son one time told me, said, Dad, I appreciate you.
Right.
See?
I see now what you were teaching us and telling us and bringing us to church. It was right. Man, that made me feel good.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
There were a lot of things they wanted to do that was sinful, and we told them, if we can't do it, you can't do it.
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
Training them right.
Train them up. The Bible said train them up in the way they should go.
Amen.
Come on now. Well, you know what? I don't have a desire for that, so if you want to do it, no, that's giving them an okay to sin.
No, come on, sir.
You're going to give an account for that.
Amen.
You know what, baby? That's a sin. You shouldn't do that.
Right.
Now, if they grown, you can't tell them what to do, but you can suggest.
Amen.
You know, that's wrong. I know you're grown. You make your own decision. You got to give an account of it. But I got to tell you this as your mother and your father.
Right.
Amen.
That's right.
Come on now. You need to give your life to God.
Amen.
You can't say it if you ain't gave yours.
Right.
Right. Come on now.
Amen.
And some of them say, you need to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
What church?
Right.
Right.
Tell them what church you go to.
Right.
Is the church you sitting into? Like I said, man, I'm on that holiness preacher.
That's all right.
Go ahead.
That's what you got to have, a holy
Yes.
preacher. There was holy men of God.
Right.
Paul was holy. Peter was holy.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
Come on now.
Amen.
They were following Jesus.
Yes.
There were prophets back there that was obeying God
Amen.
and following God. And I said they got in trouble, but yet still. But then there were some prophets and there were some priests, amen, changed the message and start giving people false hope.
Amen.
You can't give people false hope.
No.
Come on, sir.
Amen.
We all going to heaven.
You
You better speak for yourself.
All right.
I'm going to heaven. And I hope you go with me.
Amen.
I ain't hear nothing on that one.
Still right.
That's all right.
You're still right.
It's still right.
Amen.
Yeah, we preach this way because we want somebody to go with us.
Amen.
To heaven. Come on, let's do it together. Come on, y'all, let's do it together. Somebody preach to me and look where I'm at. The preacher that preached to me now is dead and gone to heaven.
Come on.
Sitting and waiting for the rapture of the body.
Hallelujah.
The trump of God shall
Thank
sound.
you, Jesus.
And the dead that's in the grave shall rise first.
Amen.
And them that are alive shall be caught up to meet them. And, oh man, I don't believe that. That's just like watching something on TV. No, this is better than watching something on
yes, it
TV.
is.
They can only try to portray what they think it's going to be. But you know what? Even in some of the movies, they add and take away.
Amen.
In some of these gospel movies that they call take out certain things, add certain things, and we know those that know the Bible say no, that ain't no.
That's not how it
I learned how to ignore it.
Come on.
Yep.
I don't get upset. I said that's man did it.
Amen.
I told you man will change
Yes, he
things.
will. Yes, he will.
He won't leave it exactly like it is and what God was saying.
No.
Come on now.
Often.
And you know what? They will even show men and women in hell. And the chief, one of the chief is an actor in hell. And allow him to come up to earth to stop somebody else from going to hell. That ain't going to happen.
That's right.
That's man's thought.
Right.
God is not. I'll give you an example. Look at that rich man.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
The Bible said he was dressed fair sumptuously every day.
Yes.
Man was looking good. He had money. Here comes somebody that was poor.
Right.
Swords and whatnot. And just asked him for bread to come from the master's table.
Come on.
And he denied it.
None. Come on.
And that same poor man died. And where did he go? He went into the bosom of Abraham.
Come on.
And then the rich man died. And where did he go? In hell, he lifted up his eyes. See, some people won't believe it until they get there.
Hell's full of believers.
And when he looked over there and he saw the poor man over in paradise, he asked Abraham, send him. Because I need him to dip a little water on my tongue now, my parching tongue. Amen.
Amen.
But he said, no, he's not going to, because it was a golf fix.
Right.
So you can't get over there.
Right. Amen.
But God fixed that too. He took paradise up.
Yes.
Amen.
He
Yes.
took it up. Amen.
Amen.
But then he began to start talking to Abraham. He said, but Abraham, if you just let me go back to my family and warn them. I told you, see, if you believe in the word, you're going to believe in the word.
Yes.
He said, let me go back. Because his tongue, he was hot. It was fire. He was in hell. Torment. In hell. But I need to go back and warn my family. Let me warn my family. And what did Abraham say? If they didn't hear the prophets before you, they ain't going to hear you.
Amen.
They ain't going to hear nothing that's going to come from the dead. First of all, they ain't going to believe you was dead. What was you hiding, man?
They ain't gonna believe that.
No, they ain't going to believe it. They didn't even accept the prophets. How they going to hear you?
Right.
Same thing here. Some people ain't going to believe it until they see it.
Right.
Sometimes they see God working miracles. They see God changing people's lives. And they still don't believe that God can change men
Right.
from sin. You see somebody that used to be a certain way, and now they preaching holiness. Now they preaching sanctification. Now they living right.
Hey.
And you don't believe it.
See, you saw the change.
And you saw the change. What do you have to do? Think about it. What do God have to do for you to believe? Out of all he has done already, what do God has to do? He did so much and still doing something now that you can't believe God.
All right.
That you can't trust in God. That you can't believe in the word of God.
Amen.
Come on now. Tell me, what much more do you need God to do?
Amen.
Do flips or something? Turn upside down or something? Because he definitely ain't coming down here on this nasty earth. Because God is holy.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
he is.
And he is so holy, he's not going to contaminate himself with sin.
No, he's not.
Amen.
He don't mix with sin.
I'm going to tell you. He's up there in heaven, where his throne is in heaven, and he's not coming down here. But he used people
Yes, he does.
in
Amen.
his stead
Yes.
Yes.
to preach and teach for him. And that's why we got to believe the preachers. I'm talking about the real.
Right.
That's
Amen.
holy and living right.
Yes.
Am I right about it?
Amen.
Mm-hmm. So if you can't hear them, you ain't going to hear God. You ain't going to believe that's God that came down here. But he ain't coming down here to wake up. He ain't gonna, and before God come down here, he's coming down here though. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
A lot of us that be studying and reading the Bible,
No.
he's going to leave heaven. And the earth is going to be his throne.
Yes.
Sit over in the New Jerusalem.
Yeah.
High, where everyone can see it.
Yeah.
And the Bible said the glory of God shall light up the city.
Yes.
Because of his glory, it's going to shine. It ain't going to need no sun and moon in that city.
No.
He's going to light up. You don't have to believe it if you want to, but I believe it.
Yes. Amen.
Because what he do for me, it makes me know.
That's
The
right.
miracles that he do for me
Yes.
makes me know. The change that he did in my life,
Come on.
it makes me know.
Yes.
Can't nobody do these things except God be with them.
Amen.
That's right.
Can't do it on your own. So hey, blessed is the man that have not seen and yet believe.
That's right.
See, it's not all the way, I got to see it first.
Hope that it's seen.
Huh?
Amen.
I got to see it first. Got to see it first. No, that's what faith come in. Faith is what? Faith is hope is a substance of things hoped for.
Right.
And the evidence of things what? Not
Not
seen. So that means I don't see it, but I got to believe it.
Yes.
And that makes God, it just makes God rejoice when you believe it and have not seen God.
Yes.
But you see the works of God.
Amen.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the works of God. The works that God has done to those that we know that were in sin and God changed their life. Those that were behind prison bars and they got saved behind prison. Because sometimes people say, well, they just got saved because they were behind bars. Some of them, yeah. But some of them really turned their life over to God.
Amen.
And they're preachers today.
Oh,
Amen.
yeah.
Ain't that right?
Amen.
Holy man of God.
That's right. Living a life.
Living a life. He could have gone back out there.
Amen.
But he didn't want God. To whom that was forgiven much,
The same.
you love much. Because man, God could have let me stay. He had years. He had years that they would say they were going to give him. I mean some years. And God cut those years down.
Oh, yes, he did.
God cut them down.
Yes, he did.
Now that man preaching.
All right.
Amen.
Some of us didn't have to go there.
Amen.
Amen.
I was one of them, didn't have to go there.
Amen, Bishop.
Do you hear what I'm saying? But whatever I need to do to get saved, I got to stay.
Yes.
Amen. And I still love God.
That's right.
Amen.
I hope what we said has been an inspiration unto you. All that we need to do is sit down and meditate on what I just said.
Yes.
Now, it's on Facebook. You can go on my page. You can go on Sister T. Harrell's page and look at it
Amen.
and think about it.
Amen.
Think about it. And I ask the question, if you would die today,
Come on.
where are you going?
All right.
What you need to think about.
That's something you need to think about.
Yes. Amen.
If I should die the next 5 minutes, where is my soul going?
All right now.
Right.
This body is going to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
But your spirit goes, not to your maker, but it goes to a place
Yes.
of torment.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be in the place of torment until God raise you up out of the grave.
Amen.
Look at this. Look at this. Even the sinner going to be raised up out of the grave.
Oh, yes.
Not only the saints,
See?
but sinners. You know why? Because they got to come up out of the grave to be judged.
Right.
Amen.
Right.
How you going to judge and you still in the grave?
Come on now.
And you're going to be you're going to be looking just like yourself, being yourself, standing before Jesus Christ. Because ain't nobody going to see God but the pure in heart.
Right.
Amen.
The sinners ain't going to see God.
Amen. Amen.
Not one sinner going to see God.
Come on.
They ain't going to be able to handle it. The Bible says, nothing but the pure in heart shall see God. But every eye shall see Jesus.
Amen.
The man that died for you is going to see, you're going to see him.
Right.
That's the man that died for you. And the people think that is so wrong for God to send people to hell, and it's so wrong for you to sin.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
Amen.
don't whip your kids then if they do
Right.
wrong.
Right.
Don't do it. That's wrong. Don't whip your kids. Why? Why you punish them? Because they did wrong.
Amen.
And you're trying to straighten them out. And you want them to be a better person. That's why you do it.
Amen.
You don't even want them to take the same route that you took
Right.
Amen.
in your foolishness.
Right.
Man, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me.
Right.
Amen.
Anybody that don't want their children to be better than them, something wrong with them.
Come on. Right. Amen.
God wants us to be better than what we were.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Better. Want us to grow in Him.
Yes. Amen.
Come on now.
Amen.
You got, look, the Bible said, he that hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be filled. Hunger and thirst. This is a spiritual thing too.
Yes,
Amen. Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
You got to have a strong desire
Yes.
for God.
Yes,
And if you have the hunger and thirst for God, He will fill you with more of His Spirit.
Amen.
But you got to see the sincerity of it.
Right.
that's right.
Sitting in your house or laying in your bed don't make you get food in your belly.
Amen.
Uh-oh.
There's only one way you're going to get the food is somebody go get it for you, or you get up and go get it yourself.
Right.
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 Amen.
Ain't no sense of me telling my wife, man, I'm hungry. Man, I'm hungry. She said, what you want? Man, it's not here. I want from so-and-so, from the Chinese place. Man, I want that. Well, are you going to get it?
Right.
Now, sometimes she'll go, sometimes when she come home, she's tired and stuff like that. I don't want to sit her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I know I don't feel like going at the time, but I'm hungry.
Right.
So I have to settle for something that I really didn't want. That's what some people do. They settle for something that God don't want you to have.
That's right.
Because you don't want to put an effort in getting up, putting your clothes on, going out, and getting that Chinese food that you want to get. Or that chicken. Come on now. Y'all know how it is when you get a craving for something. I had a brother went to, what was that? He went to St. Louis and he lived in past Harvey, University Park in Illinois.
Wow.
To St. Louis for some chicken wings.
Wow.
When he told me that, I went, what? He said, $10 Thomas, they good. I said, they got to be, you get up out of your bed and travel over to St. Louis for some barbecue. I'd have asked them to mail it.
Amen.
I went, no, it ain't that bad. If I wasn't going to St. Louis anyway, there's some dishes in Chicago that you can't get here.
That's right.
Amen.
In South Bend.
Amen.
You can't get it in South Bend. I'm telling you, you just can't get some of them.
Amen.
Some of them sandwiches and stuff, whatever. That's so I be, oh man, I feel AP Dailies.
All right.
Man, they got that corned beef got it going on. And I gotta go to Chicago for AP Dailies. I'm going, oh, well, I ain't getting it today. She'll tell you. But when I'm there, what do I look for?
All right.
AP Dailies. And then when I went looking for it, it closed down. I'm going, what? See, that goes to show you, when you finally decide you want something, sometimes it'll move or it'll close down. When you finally decide you want Jesus, don't wait till it be closed down. Don't wait till it's too late. Now you decide to have God, and He ain't there for you.
Come on now. Amen.
Oh, I guess that was a good example.
Yeah.
Amen.
Come on.
How many of y'all went back to your old city and it wasn't there?
Right.
The
Amen.
school wasn't even there. It's a park now.
Right.
You trying to show somebody, let me show you my old school.
No.
Where is it? It used to be around here. So
Amen.
what is supposed to do? Wait on you?
Right. Right.
Yeah, man.
It's time for a change.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Come on.
Hey, when you don't want God, you keep resisting God. He said it's time for me to go to somebody else.
Right.
Come on.
I'm telling you, God is like that.
Yes.
Don't take it for granted because God said He's merciful, that He's going to always jump for you and be there for you.
Amen.
Think about it now. Think about it. Read that scripture that said God's Spirit will not always strive with man.
Amen.
Think about that. What do that mean? You give up.
Come on.
And you can still be alive. And you can't never get to God.
Amen.
You're lost forever. Don't take God for granted.
Amen.
Can I say that again?
Amen.
I'm talking to all of us.
Yes.
When we're not in the place that we should be in God, amen, don't keep telling God you're going to get it together.
Right.
Get it together.
Amen.
Because the time you decide to get it together, it can be too late to be too
All
late.
right now.
Amen.
Now is the time. Now is the day of salvation. Today, if you hear God's voice, what? Harden. Harden. That's what you're doing. You're hardening your heart towards God. You ain't hearing it. I ain't hearing that. You hear it, but I ain't hearing it. I ain't receiving it. I ain't accepting that. That's foolishness. The Bible says, the scripture, that the things that being preached is foolishness
Right.
to those that are without.
Amen.
Because in their eyes, what they're doing is wise
Right.
to the world. But God will bring to naught your wisdom.
Amen.
When you put your wisdom before God, He's gonna bring that to naught. That's scripture.
Yeah.
Amen.
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 So you ain't gonna get nowhere on your wisdom
Right.
Amen.
unless you got the wisdom of God.
Amen.
Thank God for the visitors that we got.
Amen.
Here.
Amen.
I hope you enjoyed what you heard.
Love every bit of it.
Thank you, sir.
Love every bit of it.
Amen.
And what I do it to the glory of God. Not to impress nobody.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
But it's just somebody that know when they need to come up, come up.
Amen.
And I mean all the way up. Don't come halfway up. Well, I'm doing better, but come all the way up.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's a process.
Holy glory to
It's a
God.
process when you get saved. And when I'm talking about a process, I don't mean you go sin and then come back, and then sin and come back. Well, I'm in a process. You'll never get to where God wants you to get.
Right. Amen.
A process means you're gonna stay there
Right.
until God's finished the work.
That's right.
Yeah.
God is the potter,
Yes.
and you the clay.
Yes.
So you got to stay on the potter's wheel until He finished making you the way, and you got to be willing for God to make you the way He wants you. You don't jump down and say, "What?
That's
You know, I'm not even argue with God.
Come on now.
I'm the potter. I mean, God is the potter.
Potter. Right.
I'm the clay. I'm still the clay.
Right.
God is still making me and
Come
molding me,
on. Come on
and
now.
I'm maturing God.
Yes.
Still there's more that God wants me to do.
Yes.
Still there's more that God wants to give me.
Oh, yeah.
Still there's more. Let's go for
Come
all
on
of
now.
us.
Amen. Amen.
So we don't jump down because we bishops and,
Right.
and elders and missionaries and evangelists.
Still on
Amen.
the
We
wheel.
still on the potter's wheel. That's right. Because we want more from God.
Amen.
More wisdom in God.
Come
Come on now.
Amen.
So many people that have been up on the potter's wheel and off on the potter's wheel. Back the next time they try to go back, the potter's going to go.
See? Come on now.
Amen.
Amen.
Read Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Right. About the potters.
Amen.
Tell my people. You wanted them to know. Use that example about the potter. God is the potter. Say, do the clay tell the potter? You don't need to make me like that. Get that from me. Dude, see, some people want control. You can't have control over God.
Oh.
You ain't.
Okay.
What is that?
18th chapter, Jeremiah.
First verse?
Yeah.
18:1, Jeremiah.
Amen.
I want you to read. I want you to read.
Amen.
See, I try to give you scriptures too.
Yes.
But just quoting, sometimes people want, I want to read it in the Bible. I want to read it. We get the scriptures.
Oh, yeah.
I often sometimes give scriptures when we're teaching people
Yes.
so they can see it for themselves. Jeremiah 18:1. Go ahead, read that.
The word which came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying,
Let's say that again.
The word
came from who?
which came to Jeremiah from the Lord.
From God. That's what I'm telling you. Those prophets moved by God's command.
Amen.
He spoke to them and he spoke to the people.
Yes.
I'm talking prophets. Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Daniel. They
Amen.
spoke what God put in their heart.
Yes.
Come on now.
Amen.
Go ahead, read it. Read it out loud.
The word which came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying,
What did it say?
Arise
Arise.
and go down to the potter's house.
Go down to, see, sometimes God has to show you the natural to bring out the spiritual.
Right.
That's why you
Right.
hear me sometimes talk about the natural
Right.
so you can get it spiritually.
Right.
Because some people don't have the spiritual insight that we have since we've been holding this for a long time. Amen. But because your eyes are blind, we have to speak in a natural content and then show you the spiritual part.
Right.
That's what Jesus did.
Yeah. Amen.
Didn't he? You talk to the farmers.
Yes.
They were familiar with farming and stuff
Yeah.
like that and planting the seed. So that's the way he came with them.
Right.
And that's how they learned.
Amen.
Go ahead.
Arise and go down to the potter's house,
Go down.
and there I will cause thee to hear my word.
And then, when you go down there, I'm going to tell you what to say.
Amen.
I'm going to tell you what to say.
Amen.
Not your uncle, not your auntie, not your grandma.
Amen.
I'm going to tell you what to say.
Right.
You don't tell yourself, wait till I tell you.
Amen.
Because too many people speaking for themselves.
Right.
Okay. Come on, sir.
Amen.
But you got to hear a word from God.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got to know it's God.
Right. Amen.
Go ahead.
Then I went down to the potter's house,
And then he obeyed.
and behold, he wrought a work on the wheel.
He began to start working the work on the wheel. He had something up there.
And the vessel that he made of clay
Uh-huh.
was marred in the hand of the potter.
Something was wrong with that vessel.
Yes.
He had a mark on it. See, if by chance, if we have a mark on us, God is still there to help us.
Yes.
Because he won't clear and make it right for us.
Right.
That's how much mercy he has.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord.
But go ahead.
So he made it again another vessel.
So he made it again over. Come on now.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to be made over.
See? All right.
I like who I am.
All right.
Shame on you. You know you ain't right.
See?
Hard.
Come on.
You mean tell me you like being in sin? Oh, you must like going to hell then.
All right. That's what you
Come on.
Go ahead.
So he made it again another vessel
Uh-huh.
as seemed good to the potter to make it.
Uh-huh.
Then the word of the Lord came to me, saying,
Uh-huh.
O house of Israel,
Yeah.
cannot I do with you as this potter? Said the Lord. Behold, as the clay is in the potter's hand, so are ye in my hand, O house of Israel. And what is instant I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom to pluck up and to pull down
I got the right to do it.
and to destroy.
And to destroy. Oh, God brought you here, he can take you out.
Come on now.
Amen.
How many of us told our children here? Boy, I brought you in this world. Keep messing with me, you going out. How many times you have to say that to your kids? And they okay, Dad. I got you. God is the same way. Y'all didn't think God talked like that? Read that again.
At what instant I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom to pluck up, pull down, and to destroy.
And to destroy. He can do that.
Yes, he can.
Because he's God.
Amen.
Go ahead.
If that nation against whom I have pronounced turn from their evil,
If you turn from your evil,
I will repent of the evil that I thought to do
come on
unto
now.
them.
I thought about breaking you down. You came back just in time.
All right now.
All right.
Amen.
Come on.
I thought to do evil toward them.
Right.
He was letting them, he was saying, show it to Israel now, because I want them to see that I can destroy you just like I made you.
Amen.
Go ahead.
And at what instant I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom to build and to plant it,
To build and to plant it.
if it do evil in my sight,
If it do evil, sin is evil.
yes it is.
Amen.
You believe it or not, it's evil.
Yes, it is.
Simple thing that you do, I don't care how trivial you think it is, when you sinning against God, anything that you do that is sin is against God.
Amen.
And when you do that, it's evil to God.
Yes.
Sometimes people think evil is, I ain't shot nobody, I ain't killed nobody. Lying is evil.
Yes it is. Yes it is.
Homosexuality is evil.
Yes it
Yes,
is.
it
Yeah.
Come on.
Stealing somebody's husband is evil.
Yes, it is.
It's sinful. Come
Yes
on
it
now.
is.
That's right.
If it do evil in my sight,
If you do evil in my sight
that it obey not my
and
voice,
obey not God's voice,
then I will repent of the good
then,
wherewith I said I would benefit them.
come on now, then I will repent. Change the mind.
Right. They ain't getting that.
Hey, God don't have a change of mind until you have a change of mind.
That's right.
Amen.
Come on now, go ahead. If you repent, and repent doesn't mean that you just saying I'm sorry.
No.
Get out of here.
Amen.
If you repent.
If God repent.
Oh, he repented. But we got to repent too.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
Go ahead, you're right. Go ahead. God repented. That means he had a change of mind.
Right.
Go ahead.
10 verse. If it do evil in my sight,
Right.
that it obey not my voice,
Yeah.
then I will repent of the good wherewith I said I would benefit them.
Oh, so he's going to repent of the good. He's going to have a change
Right.
of mind. What I wanted to do good for you,
Right.
you ain't getting it now.
Amen.
And I know all of us understand that.
See?
Amen.
Being parents and had parents, if I did bad, I wasn't getting that candy.
See?
And I wasn't going outside to
All
play.
right.
That's
Amen.
right.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, y'all better come on with me now.
Amen.
Go ahead.
Now therefore
Go to.
speak to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith the Lord,
Thus,
Behold,
behold,
I frame evil against you and devise a device against you. Return ye now every one from his evil way and make your ways and your doings good.
ain't that God giving them a chance?
Amen.
That's all right, a chance there.
Yes,
it
sir.
is.
Amen.
He giving you a chance to repent right now. He giving you a chance to turn to him
Yes.
right now. All the evil that you're doing, regardless of whether you think it is wrong or not, amen, because you feel it in your heart that it's not wrong. But if God says evil, and if God says wrong, it's wrong and it's evil.
Yes. Amen.
In the sight of God's eyes.
Right. Amen.
Who would count? Did you bring God here or did God bring you
See?
here?
All right.
Go ahead.
And they said,
What?
There is no hope.
There is no hope.
But we will walk after our own devices,
Wow.
and we will every one do the imagination of his evil heart.
See them? They were rebellious.
Yes, they were.
Instead of turning to God and repenting like he said, and I'll change and I'll sup with you and you sup with me, you don't want that.
Come on now.
So you're going to rebel against God who gave you the breath to breathe?
Yes.
That's gutsy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Am I giving you the word or am I giving you the word?
Amen. Yes, sir.
Amen.
Go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, ask ye now among the heathen, things.
Mhm.
The virgin of Israel had done a very horrible thing.
They were messing up. These were God. Look,
Amen.
these were God's chosen. He called them unto himself. And when he called them unto himself, he called them to be an example to the other nations.
Amen.
Amen.
He said, I didn't call you because you were many,
Right.
but you were few.
Mm-hmm.
And he called them because he loved them, and he needed somebody, amen, to see how God was a God to them.
Amen. Amen.
And he had to let it be made known and shown that if they disobeyed, God whipped them. He whipped them and killed them in front of their enemies.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
And they knew through that there was a God because God didn't take no stuff.
Amen.
They were in captivity because they disobeyed.
Amen.
God's people, Israel.
Yes.
But he called them unto himself. To be. This is why I called you unto me, so you can live right, so you can be holy before the people and worship in me. Because he even told them, God shall not worship no other God.
No other God.
Amen.
Don't you know people can become your God?
Oh, yes.
You can become your God.
Amen.
That's right, Bishop.
Sin can become your God.
Yes.
Amen.
That's who you serve.
That's who you serve.
That's right.
I told you you can't serve two masters.
That's right.
Okay, that's all I want.
Amen.
I just want to give you a little scripture.
Yes. Yes.
So since he's the potter, and I'm the clay, and I can't control God, I got to let God control me.
Amen.
And if he sees that I'm doing something that I should be doing, and he tell me about it, that's what he's doing right now. He's telling us about it
Yes.
through his word.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
So instead of getting mad, get back. Well, I got to get back up here.
Right.
That's it.
Back up
Get
on
on
that
back up there.
field.
And look, be excited, because at least he's giving you a chance.
Amen.
Get
Amen.
excited.
Yes.
Don't get mad.
Come
Yes,
on.
sir. Yes, sir.
Amen.
For you say, forget you then.
See?
Because he wants you to have a willing heart. Don't nobody want nobody. My wife don't want me if I ain't willing
See?
to love her.
Come on.
I mean, what fool would want that? Some people just want it. They don't care how they get it. They just want it. That's. I told y'all about stuff so stupid, right? I gotta tell you. See, God gave me boldness to preach with him. If people can say what they want to say out there, I can't say everything they say out
Right.
Right.
there. I have
Right.
to use
I got you.
wisdom.
Amen.
But I can say enough to hit home.
Right. Amen.
Because like I said, I wasn't saved all my life.
See?
Right.
And I knew what cursing and stuff was
All
all
right.
about. I knew what chasing the girls and was all about.
Right.
I didn't chase no men, but I chased them. I don't know what that's about. And I ain't gonna say I'm sorry neither. I'm glad.
Right. Right. Amen.
I knew the difference between a man and a woman.
Amen.
Oh yeah, because flesh let me know that's a woman.
Oh.
Woo. Sometimes they don't act like women. Some women, for real. Sometimes you gotta be very careful, my brother. Sometimes you gotta be very careful because what look like a woman ain't a woman.
See?
That's true.
The way they look now, they got longer hair than some of these women.
Come on.
And they got shapes too.
Yeah.
And they so made up. Sometimes I be asking Vance, I say, what is that?
For real. Me too.
I don't say it out loud.
Right.
And I don't say it in front of their face. But when after I pass them, I go,
What was that?
my face go like that, and I'm going, hey, what was that? You know what she said? I don't know. We know that sometimes you just don't know what and the clothes they be wearing, and the stuff they be doing, and they be made all up and stuff. You know, you be like, you know, then you hear that. Oh, that's right. But then you got some women talk deep.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
You got some women that talk deep, deeper than men. Hey, but you know, that's another story. You know, talking don't mean you're a man, but
Right.
but sometimes just be something. And sometimes you can have your voice change. For real.
Yep.
Amen.
We living in the last days, y'all.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Whether you believe it or not, it's almost midnight.
Come on.
Oh,
now.
yes.
Come on.
It's almost midnight.
Yes.
If somebody told you, said you're gonna have a thunderstorm, you're gonna have a tornado, you got to be in the house by 5 o'clock, or you're gonna be in it. Boy, you be telling them, I'm gone, get out of here, 5 o'clock. The news said,
Bye.
Yeah,
Amen.
and they believe it.
Amen. Yes,
God said you're going to hell.
Come on. See?
Baby, please. God ain't sending nobody to hell. Okay, stay that way.
No.
See where you end up.
All right.
Don't die I ain't taking light of it. I'm just
Amen.
telling you like it is.
Amen.
Don't die.
That's right.
Amen.
Don't die in your sins.
Amen.
Amen.
Don't you? You're right. Don't you do it. For real. When we pleading with you all, we pleading with y'all for a reason.
Amen. That's right.
Because when I was saying people die every day, some people not only dying every day, they dying every hour,
Yeah.
Yeah.
every half hour.
Yeah.
Somebody's dying. Somebody
Yes.
leave here.
Yes.
Somebody, is dying and saved.
Yes.
And in the presence of God.
Oh, yeah.
But there's so many dying out of God.
Amen.
Because the Bible said broad is the way
Yes.
that leadeth to destruction.
Come
So
on.
there's going to be a lot of more people going to hell than going to heaven.
Amen.
Amen.
You know why? And the Bible said, narrow is the way.
That's right.
Straight.
Amen.
Ain't no curves in God's path.
Mm.
Ain't no detours. Ain't no, you get off at this lane here. No, you got to keep going. But broad is the way
Come on, sir.
where you got a lot of room to sin.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many churches is on the Broadway.
Uh-huh.
It's a shame we talk about preachers like that. It's a shame they do what they do.
Shame been lying to you.
It's a shame that preachers do what they do.
Come on now.
So if they're going to do it out in the open, I'm going to preach against them out in
That's
the open.
right.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
And hopefully they'll change.
Amen.
There have been preachers that stopped deceiving folks and started preaching the truth.
Amen.
Because they heard somebody stand up for holiness.
Amen.
I don't preach that anymore. I don't preach that no more. God got a hold of me and I had to change. But you got some, they ain't gonna never change. Their heart ain't gonna never change. You know why? There's money coming in and the pews are being filled. It's not all about how many is in the congregation.
Nope.
Amen.
Nope.
A few, the Bible says, they will find a way.
A few.
And then he said, well, there's 2 or 3 gathered together, he'll be in the midst. He didn't say you had to have a full house. It would be nice,
Amen.
2 or 3.
but 2 or 3 gathered together, touching and agreeing
Yes.
on the same thing.
Amen.
Holiness.
Amen.
Amen.
Just like the sinners, they touching and agreeing on sin.
Amen.
When you go to a party, you go there to party, y'all on the same page. And if you didn't like a certain record, man, take that thing away. I did it.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
You know what I used to do when I go to a party? I was kind of high. I go to a party. I tell on myself, but I didn't change now.
Yes, sir.
I used to go to a party. I couldn't stand wallflowers.
Oh, no.
And I get high and talk about you. Look at that fool over there just standing up there. What you standing up there for? You come over here and what that. I didn't curse him out, but I let him know.
Yes,
You
sir.
came here to party, man. Don't bring me right in my high
That's
now.
right.
So I use my mouth now as an instrument unto God.
Tell the truth.
And that's why when I come to church, I be trying to get people to serve God. Amen. Run for the Lord.
Yes.
Amen. Praise God.
Yes.
And I open my mouth wide.
Yes. Amen.
Let God. Woo, my
Yes,
goodness.
Lord.
Let God feel it.
Amen.
Just like I was bold in the world.
Come on now.
Some things you can be bold and stupid.
All right. Right.
Some things you don't need to be bold in.
Right.
There's a lot of bold folks though dead.
See.
Amen.
But I'm talking about bold. You were bold. You didn't fret. You didn't care. Especially if you got that juice under your belly, boy. I'm telling you. You was real bold. You can talk some stuff.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
You can talk some stuff. Boy, they used to call it back then. I think they might call it now. They used to say, man, he be macking, boy. That guy. You know, in other words, he be talking.
Way back.
That's way back.
Yeah.
I gonna show you. I'm way back.
Yes, sir. We both. We both.
Hey, old school.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm 66. I'm proud of it.
That's right. Amen.
Thank God I'm here.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Could have died, amen, when I was 25.
Right.
In
Right.
sin.
Yes. Amen. Amen.
You both.
So I got to testify God's goodness.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
Y'all better hear me now.
Yes, sir.
I ain't ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, but it's the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believes.
Amen.
It's got to be. That's God. And he said, if you be ashamed of him, you're going to be ashamed of you.
That's right.
Amen.
That's
You
right.
don't want nobody to know you saved. You ain't.
Come on.
Anytime you ashamed, you ain't.
Yeah.
Because God will put his boldness in you.
That's right.
Right now.
For real.
Come on.
You might, when you first get saved, you might have a little shame because you really don't know, you know, because you know you go friends. Some of you might know your friends gonna talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
you. You know, you in that stuff, and girl, you know, you got on that. You got on that, girl. I remember when you had it up higher than that. You had it up that. You had it going down. Now look at you, girl. You look like an old maid. Oh, they talk about, but they talk about Jesus.
Amen.
Evangelist, I wonder what Jesus is.
Come on now. Come on.
Do y'all know?
Oh, yes.
Sitting
It's
on
on
the
the
right
right
hand.
hand of God.
You talking about somebody being talked about,
Yes.
ridiculed,
Yes.
pushed aside, pushed asunder, slapped, beaten, all that, whipped, and then they had these things on the end of the coils that was sharp. Like, yeah, and then when it hit your back, it would go into your meat, and they pull it, and the meat will come off the back. He went through that for you.
Amen. Amen.
And you think you're going to go to heaven after Christ came down here to do that for you?
Come on now.
Forget it.
Amen.
God gave his son and let him son. God turned his back on his son.
Mhm.
He couldn't watch it. The sin was on his shoulders.
Yes.
He couldn't even watch the sin, the things that he was going through. He said, Eli, why not come back? He said, my God, why have you forsaken me? He felt forsaken.
Yeah.
Where's God now? I'm up here on the cross. Where's God? But he was there because he was performing God's will.
Amen.
Even in the garden, he talked to God and he said, God, if it be thy will, remove this cup. This was bitter.
Come on now.
They gave him vinegar, I think it was, instead of water. Made fun of it, put thorns on his head, and blood was running down his face.
Yeah.
And they said, now, to the king of the Jews. Put a sign up there. Made a mockery. And
Yes, they did.
he was made a ridicule. He was ridiculed.
That's right.
Put to an open shame.
Amen.
And we can't even tell people that we sanctified.
My.
And that we holy.
Come on now.
And all you got to do is go through somebody talking about you.
Right.
Baby, please.
All right.
You still ain't did enough. You still ain't did enough.
Right.
You still ain't went through enough.
Come on now.
Amen.
That's right.
Think about what the Savior did for you.
Yes.
Don't wait till Easter to think about it.
Amen. Amen.
Don't wait till Christmas to think about
Right.
Amen.
it. Do it every day. Think about it.
Every day.
Yes.
Come
Some
on.
people don't come to church till Easter, Christmas. They didn't want to come before God. He didn't lay the little.
Come
He
on.
ain't up down here.
No,
he
he's
up
not.
there. He ain't in the manger no more.
Come on.
Right.
He's a grown
On
man.
the cross.
Amen.
Every year he's born.
Tell the truth.
Amen.
Amen.
Come
Tell
on.
the truth, Pastor.
Every year he done died. He ain't dying no more.
No.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Woo! Up there. I feel very much. Jesus is alive.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, God.
Amen.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Alive forever.
Come on now.
Sitting on the right hand of God. Still alive. But they still want to put him on the cross. Every year. Once a year they go to church. Come on, y'all, let's get out of here. Put on the Easter suit.
Yeah.
What was it before it became Easter?
Just a suit.
I don't know how it got there. But that's the time that people really try to call themselves serving God. It's on holidays. And
Amen.
God said, awake with your holidays.
Amen.
You ought to let your holidays be every day.
All right.
And serving God.
Yes. Amen.
Every day ought to be Christ was born.
Yes.
And Christ died.
Yes.
Christ was born.
Yes.
And Christ died.
Yes.
Christ was born.
Yes.
And Christ died. And now he's living.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Make it
Yes,
sense.
God.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Woo! Good job. I don't know about y'all, but I'm happy, boy. I'm so happy in
Yes.
Jesus.
Amen.
Hey, when I'm getting home, I'm going to sleep good.
All right.
Amen.
Because I didn't declare what God told me. I told you I wasn't a preacher, but I'm the preacher, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right. Amen.
See? God knows what we have need of.
Amen.
So be encouraged, saints.
Yes.
Amen.
And those of you, be encouraged to take a move.
Amen.
Oh, gracious Father, we come boldly
Yes.
before the throne of grace. that someone might find help
Yes,
in the time of need.
Yes.
And we know that your word goes out and accomplishes what it will.
Yes.
And it will not return void. Oh God, you know our heart's desire is to serve you and to please you in the beauty of holiness. And there are those out there, oh God, that just really don't know how to make the move or when to make the move, oh God. But you said in your word, now is the time. Now is the day of salvation. And today if you will hear his voice or your voice, oh God, amen, harden not your heart. And you're giving them the opportunity now.
Yes, Lord.
Right now, they can fall down on their knees wherever they are. If they can fall, if they're at home, oh God, if they're in a secluded place where they're just by themselves, they can fall on their knees. If they can't get on their knees, oh God, they can stand up and pray to you, lift their eyes towards heaven and say, God, I need your salvation. I need you to come into my heart. I need you to change me. I need you to give me a new mind. I need you to give me a new heart that I might serve you in the beauty of holiness. Right now, God, I'm asking that you take away
Yes, Lord.
the desire of my sin. Hold on! The desire to sin. I can't do it, God. You have to help me with it.
Yes, God.
And show me how. Show me how to do it. That I might walk in your ways, oh God. Because when you come back, I want to be ready.
Oh, yes.
I want to be ready. I want to be caught up, God.
Yes, Lord.
To meet you there. And not only that, if I should die, then I can walk with you, be with you in your presence. In paradise. Fix my heart.
Yes, God.
Take away every sin. I'm willing. I'm confessing
Blessing the people.
that I'm a sinner, God.
Yes, Lord. Bless them.
And I need to be saved. See, the scripture says we must confess the Lord Jesus Christ, knowing that He is a Savior. And I'm confessing that knowing that you are a Savior, God, and only you can take away the sins, oh God. These things that I cannot give up, these things that I cannot look like I find myself always in it, God. Always going back and saying, I'm sorry, God. But right now, God, I need you to change me, God. Change me, God. Change me, God. And I shall walk in your holiness. And you'll give me the glory. And you'll give me the honor. You'll give me the praise. All your blessings, God. We ask you in your name, Jesus. Do it, God.
Do it.
Do it, God.
Do it.
God, you will not turn away. Whosoever should come to you, you will not turn away. Willing to give up your sin. You put away your